Pastor Ron and I had planned to do this music with a message as an in harmony duo. Many of us will miss Ron's spirituality and his musical ability in many ways. I was especially blessed to spend so much time with Ron. I'm weaving songs into some scripture and my own faith perspective without my in harmony partner, as a tribute to Ron Vinlenti, who passed away on July 6th. And we have a candle lit in his honor. I started playing music with Ron almost as soon as we moved to the area 3.5 years ago, when my wife Danny came to be pastor at St. Paul's United Church of Christ in Watervliet. We instantly meshed personally, and my wife Danny and others have described it as magic. Ron would have given a prayer to open this. I've asked my wife Danny to open this service of music.
As David said, I am Danny Veenstra, his wife, pastor at St. Paul's United Church of Christ in Watervliet. And when Ron was serving the Methodist Church in Coloma, I had the blessing and the privilege to be able to work with Ron as a colleague on many worship services. And also we met often for coffee, and we talked a lot about how there is sacred truth found in writings and songs other than hymns and in the Bible. So today my reading comes not from the Bible, but from a book called Circle of Grace, poems by Jan Richardson. And this poem is called Blessing for a Broken Vessel. Do not despair. You hold the memory of what it was to be whole. It lives deep in your bones. It abides in your heart that has been torn and mended 100 times. It persists in your lungs that know the mystery of what it means to be full, to be empty, to be full again. I am not asking you to give up your grip on the shards you clasp so close to you, but to wonder what it would be like for those jagged edges to meet each other in some new pattern that you have never imagined, that you have never dared to dream.
Matthew 25, verse 35. For I was hungry, and you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty, and you gave me something to drink. I was a stranger, and you invited me in. I needed clothes, and you clothed me. I was sick, and you looked after me. I was in prison, and you came to visit me. Leviticus 19, verse 34. The foreigner residing among you must be treated as your own native born. Love them as yourselves, for you are foreigners in Egypt. I am the Lord your God. That's extravagant welcome, a welcome for all. Matthew 22, verses 37 to 40. Jesus said, love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind. This is the first and greatest commandment. And the second like it is, love your neighbor as yourself. All the law and prophets hang on these two commandments. That's extravagant welcome, a welcome to all. I'd like to open with a song called You're Welcome Here that I wrote in 2012 for our church. It's not always easy to be apart. Everyone has some kind of a broken heart. Let's be here together for a moment's cease. In this place, may you find courage, may you find peace. Why don't you join me, Danny? Wherever, no matter matter, whoever you are, wherever, no matter, whoever you are, you're welcome here, you're welcome here, wherever, no matter, whoever you are. The rest of the songs I'll share were written as prompts or challenges for Foundry Hall monthly open mic night. In other words, a word or a phrase is given each month, and we're challenged to write a song that includes that word or phrase. All of these were first performed with my partner Ron's vocal and harmonica accompaniment, and I will truly miss that. I'll share some verses or thoughts before each song that puts them in faith perspective. Genesis 1, verse 26. Then God said, "And now we will make human beings. They will be like us and resemble us. They will have power over the fish, the birds, and all animals, domestic and wild, large and small." Job 10, verses 7 through 8. "But ask the animals, and they will teach you, or the birds in the sky, and they will tell you, or speak to the earth, and it will teach you, or let the fish in the sea inform you." With great power comes great responsibility for compassion and care. At first blush, Space Monkey might seem like an odd song to go with these verses, but it's my compassion for animals that prompted the writing of this song. Animals are compelled to do things for our benefit. We don't ask them. Sometimes we compel them to die for us. We've benefited greatly from animals in so many ways, scientifically, medically, as food, and many other ways. I'd like us to be more conscious of the decisions of life and death that we make for them. The song prompt is Space Monkey, and that's the title of the song. Space Monkey thinks he has it good. Push a button and it kicks out food. Has no idea it's his last meal. Eat slow, little boy. Space Monkey, you're a real cool cat. Space Monkey, he doesn't know where he's at. Has no idea that his world is gonna burn from the outside in. Space Monkey's an expendable tool. Space Monkey is a poor little fool. We love you, but you've gotta die. We love you, you cute little guy. Space Monkey, we'll remember you. We'll put your pictures in the paper too. Your sacrifice just might save a life. You'd be proud if you could be. Space Monkey, you're a real cool cat. Space Monkey, he doesn't know where he's at. Has no idea that his world is gonna burn from the outside in. Space Monkey's an expendable tool. Space Monkey is a poor little fool. We love you, but you've gotta die. We love you, oh, you cute little guy. We love you, but you've gotta die. We love you, you cute little guy. Micah 6 verse 8. He has shown you, O mortal, what is good. And what does the Lord require of you? To act justly, to love mercy, and walk humbly with your God. Isaiah 1 verse 17. Learn to do right, seek justice, defend the oppressed, take up the cause of the fatherless, plead the case of the widow. Throughout the Bible, we're urged to do the next right thing that's right in front of us, especially for the poor, the oppressed, and the powerless. The song prompt was The Next Right Thing, and this is titled Right Thing to Do. Why do we argue? Why do we fight? Sometimes for nothing, sometimes for what's right. The difference may not be as clear as it seems. So let's keep our eyes trained on our best hopes and dreams. But sometimes the reason slips right into view, because it's the next right thing to do. It's the right thing to do. Oh yeah, it's the right thing to do. Let's aim for what's good and do what's right. Let's take a look at ourselves in an honest light. And if you really believe that your motive is pure, then let's get together, all together, we can endure. But sometimes the reason slips right into view, because it's the next right thing to do. It's the right thing to do. Oh yeah, it's the right thing to do. But sometimes the reason slips right into view, because it's the next right thing to do. It's the right thing to do. Oh yeah, you know you believe it, you believe it's true. Just the right thing to do. It's the right thing to do. That one gets me a little bit out of breath. Story was the song for June's open mic prompt last month, which we had been doing via Zoom. Danny gave me some great ideas on the direction and some lyrics for this song, as she's all about story. She's always talking about how meaningful story is. The very last time Ron and I played music together was on our deck on May 30, with about 10 feet of distance between us, and it was magic. It was so good to play songs that we missed playing together. But we also worked on this song, which Ron really liked, and he had ideas to add to it. It's entitled Story. And we've got something going on in the other room. I'll let Danny slip out and take care of that in a minute. When is a story more than a story? When is a question more than words? Do you see your life on the pages? Is there pain in what you heard? Well, no one can give you the answers. You've got to find them on your own. And it's more about the journey and the ways that you've grown. But you don't travel alone. No, you don't travel alone. Always remember, you're not alone. You're not alone. When is a story more than a story? When it can teach what you don't want to learn, and when characters won't let go, breathing words that make your heart burn. Well, no one can give you the answers. You've got to find them on your own. You know it's more about the journey and the ways that you've grown, but you don't travel alone. Oh, remember, you're not alone. You're not alone. Then when it hits too close to home, when it looks like your life on the page, it might make you squirm, it might make you sweat, slipping in and back out of the cage. But no one can give you the answers. You've got to find them on your own. You know it's more about the journey and the ways that you've grown. You don't travel alone. Oh, you don't travel alone. Remember, you're not alone. Oh, no. You're not alone.
Nice.
When I started writing Promised Land, which was the song prompt, was that a song prompt? I think I just wrote this one. Anyway, I thought of it as being from Moses' perspective. Danny was actually doing a series on Exodus, is how this kind of came about. And as I started to play it for Danny, she heard it as a conversation between Moses and God. As it progressed, images of Martin Luther King began to emerge for me, but I actually saw it from Moses' perspective. So there are some different perspectives. So however you hear it, I hope it's meaningful to you. I'm climbing this mountain. I see no higher place to go. I'm asking you to be faithful. Please remember, I love you so. I'm dropping disguises. This time I'll show you who am. I'm running, I'm naked, in search of a perfect lamb. I'm trusting an ocean to gather tears without a clue. I'm asking forgiveness just as the debts are coming due. I've been running on empty, and I've been hoping it doesn't show. I'm hollow when you look at me and you see that my face is aglow. Well, I see milk and honey, and all you see is gold and sand. We're building a vision, in time we'll see the promised land. Oh, don't look down, just turn around. No, don't look down, just turn around. Every place I see is holy ground. Don't believe your feet ever touch the ground. In time we'll see the promised land. But tell me what you see now. Oh, say, can you see the promised land? I may not get there with you, but I'm climbing this mountain, and at last I see no higher place to go. Song prompt was naked. That was in there.
Oh, okay. That's right.
From Revelation 21.
Catch your breath.
Yeah. Then I saw a new heaven and a new earth. For the first heaven and the first earth had passed away, and there was no longer any sea. I saw the holy city, the New Jerusalem, coming down from heaven, from God, prepared as a bride, beautifully dressed for her husband. And I heard a loud voice from the throne saying, "Look, God's dwelling place is now among the people, and God will dwell with them. They will be his people, and God will be with them, and be their God. He will wipe away every tear from their eye. And there will be no more death, or mourning, or crying, or pain. For the old order of things has passed away." Many people see this passage as a far-off future promise. Others see it as a challenge to create something new here on earth, starting right here, right now. The song is titled "End of the World," which was the song prompt in December of 2017. With that in mind, since it was written in December, I actually wrote it as kind of a Christmas song because it refers to a baby. But that baby could be Jesus, or it could be the next baby born, since it's not December. Of course, I don't know when Jesus was born. But this is End of the World. This icy wind is as cold as I ever felt it. The news feels as bleak as it ever was. For hope I'm starting to look at a baby. For strength I need to believe in a cause. This might be the end of the world as we know it. Oh, this might be the start of a brand new understanding. This might be the end of the world as we know it. And you know, that might not be such a bad thing. You never know, you never know, you never know. Don't you think there's way too much sadness and crying? Too much blame and not nearly enough forgiving. We're tearing this world life from life, limb from limb. When do you think we'll take no more excuses and make it better? This might be the end of the world as we know it. Or this might be the start of a brand new way. Oh, this might be the end of the world as we know it. And you know, that might not be such a bad thing. You never know, you never know. Oh, little baby, could you be the one? Show us all a better way. Do we put our best hopes and dreams into you? Oh, little baby. Or would you point us back into ourselves anyway? This might be the end of the world as we know it. Oh, this might be the start of a brand new understanding. Oh, this might be the start of the world as we know it. And you know, that might not be such a bad thing. You never know, never know, never know. My faith journey has been full of questions and exploration, which you may hear reflected in my songs. Wisdom comes at times from unexpected and surprising sources. May you give all a warm welcome, no matter who they are. May you have reverence for all life in all its forms. May you do the right thing even when it's difficult. May you find meaning and wisdom in story. May you always keep your eyes on a promised land, and may you be ready for an end that leads to a beginning. Thank you.